Welcome to Easy Elite English. This is the second part of our video on leaf for classes 5, 6 and 7. In the first part, we studied the structure and parts of the leaf. And in this function in this part of the video, we have functions and modifications of leaf. Part 1 was about structures, the shape, the parts of leaves, the venation, the phyllotaxy, simple and compound leaf. And this video is about functions and how leaves are modified. And this is for middle school level 5, 6 and 7. So in our previous video, part 1, what did we study? Parts of a leaf. That is leaf base, petiole and lamina. And if petiole is absent, then it's a sessile leaf. Meaning of node and internode. The point from which the leaf arises is node, and the part of the stem between two node, internode. Different shapes and margins. Dorsiventral and isobilateral. If the upper surface and the lower surface of the leaf are similar, it's isobilateral. Otherwise, it's dorsiventral. Venation, the two main types of venation, parallel venation and reticulate venation. Phyllotaxy, one leaf from each node, alternate, two leaves from each node, opposite, and more than two leaves from each node, whorled phyllotaxy. Simple leaf and compound leaf. When the leaf blade or lamina is not divided into leaflets, that would be a simple leaf, and if the lamina is broken into several leaflets, that would be a compound leaf. So that's what we covered in part 1, and this video part 2, we are going to cover the main functions and the modifications of leaves. Now the chief functions of the green foliage leaf is intimately, closely, very closely related to pores or openings on the surface of leaves. Small pores, the same pores as you have in your skin. On the skin, the sweat comes out. So even we have pores. The same pores, or similar pores, I should say. Similar, very, very minute pores. The pores are called stomata. The pores are called stomata. So stomata are minute, very small pores on the leaf surfaces. And the singular of stomata is stoma. Each stoma is surrounded by one pair of bean-shaped or kidney-shaped guard cells. You can see they are kidney-shaped or bean-shaped guard cells, one pair. And they guard the opening or pore of the stoma. The guard cells can close or open the opening or pore, the aperture. For instance, here the guard cells have closed, so you can't see the pore. And here the guard cells have kept it open. You can see the pore. Where I'm writing P, that is the pore. So pore you can see because the guard cells have kept it open. And here the guard cells have kept it closed. You can't see the pore. So the opening and closing of each stoma would be regulated by one pair of guard cells. Now the main functions of a green foliage leaf are to permit exchange of gases for respiration. To permit exchange of gases for respiration. To permit exchange of gases for photosynthesis. Both respiration and photosynthesis will involve exchange of gases, but in one case, oxygen will come in and carbon dioxide will go out, and in the other case, the reverse. CO2 will come in and O2 will go out, but in both the cases, it is oxygen, carbon dioxide exchange and allow excess water to escape as vapor, giving out water vapor. Now first we will deal respiration or breathing, which takes place throughout day and night. Respiration or breathing will take place in every living cell, every moment of the life. Plants take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide just as we do. In terms of gaseous exchange, there is really no difference between the way we breathe and a plant breathes. They take in oxygen, we also take in oxygen, they give out carbon dioxide, and we also do the same thing. Now, every living cell of the plant needs oxygen, and every moment, every cell, every moment throughout the life, oxygen is needed. The pores of the stomata provide the inlet and outlet for the gases. You can see here a stoma and guard cells. These are the guard cells. The stoma is open and oxygen and carbon dioxide can come in and go out, and water vapor also can go out. Water vapor will go out, oxygen and carbon dioxide can come in and go out. In daytime, oxygen is produced in photosynthesis, which can be used for respiration. But after sunset, when there is no sunlight, what happens? No more photosynthesis. At that time, only respiration. So oxygen has to enter through the pores of the stomata. But respiration will take place always throughout day and night and in every cell. Next is photosynthesis. Now this will take place only in presence of light or only during daytime. Water absorbed by the roots reaches the leaves. You know how it reaches? Through xylem tubes or xylem vessels. Xylem vessels are tubes through which water travels from the root to the leaves. Carbon dioxide from air enters through the stomata, and the green pigment chlorophyll traps solar energy, or rather we should say it converts solar energy into chemical energy. Now using this energy, using the water and using the carbon dioxide, the plant makes food, glucose and then later starch, and the byproduct oxygen is released. The byproduct is oxygen, which is given out in photosynthesis. Some of these may be some of the gases, some of the oxygen gas rather, some of the oxygen gas may be used for respiration, and the remaining oxygen goes out through the stomata. So it is through the pores and openings of the stomata that gases enter and leave. That's the importance of the stomatal aperture. All gaseous exchange must take place through the stomatal opening or stomatal aperture. Next, after respiration and photosynthesis, we have transpiration. Plants lose excess water as vapor through the pores of the stomata called transpiration. Here you can see a potted plant covered with a bell jar. The plant gives out water vapor and the water vapor is condensed on the inside of the glass surface. Now, how much water will be lost? It depends on various factors. First, opening and closing of stomata. Second, type, number and distribution of stomata. And third, on atmospheric conditions like temperature, wind and humidity. So all these factors will determine exactly how much water shall go out as water vapor by the process of transpiration. So transpiration is the loss of excess water as vapor through stomatal aperture. Now we have modifications of leaf. How the leaf can be modified. First we have food storage, scale leaves of onion. There is the onion we consume. This is the disc, and the hair-like structures are roots, adventitious roots. The scale leaves, the fleshy scale leaves is what we consume. In pea plant and grapevine, see that leaves are modified into tendrils, coiled structures called tendrils. They will help the plants in climbing. Although note that even other parts like stem can also be modified into tendrils, but here we are talking of leaf tendrils. But there may be plants where stem is modified into tendrils, but in these two cases, pea and grapes, we have the leaf being modified into tendrils. Vegetative propagation, bryophylum, we have the leaf, the edges, the borders. Here you have buds, and when the buds fall to the ground, they will become new plants. Vegetative propagation for bryophylum. And finally, in desert, we find the cactus, and cacti will have spines. Spines are sharp structures. They look like thorns, but they are not thorns, because thorns we say when they are modified stem or modified branch. When it is modified leaf, we will say spine. But the appearance is same, sharp pointed structures. Now these spines have a dual function. First is water conservation. When you have a broad leaf, that is a lot of surface, then a lot of water would be lost by evaporation or transpiration. But when you have a sharp pointed structures, then very little water would be lost. So they minimize the loss of water through transpiration. And second is the defense. They protect the plants from being eaten by animals because they are sharp and pointed. So most of the animals avoid eating these plants. So defense and water conservation to minimize transpiration, also to protect from being eaten by other animals. So these were the modifications of leaf. Food storage, scale leaves in onions. Spines we have in cactus. Vegetative buds for reproduction or vegetative propagation for in bryophylum. And tendrils, leaf tendrils for climbing in pea plants and grapevines. That was Easy Elite English Educational Trust. You can WhatsApp us or email us if you need videos on any specific topic, because all our services are entirely free of charge. Now you can also register for a free online MCQ test. Students of class 5 to 10, they can register for free online MCQ test on any science or mathematics topics. You can have any topics. You can choose one or more topics from science or mathematics from class 5 to 10, and you can give an online test. And if you are consistently performing well, we will give you certificates and scholarships, and all these will be entirely free of charge. So WhatsApp us or email us if you need videos on any specific topic, or if you want to register for our free online test on any mathematics topic or any science topic. So till then, goodbye.